Esther, the meaning of the name of Esther from a metaphysical point of view. Star, the planet, Venus, happiness, and good fortune, and beauty as well. Now what I wanted to do here, let me see if I can come up on it real quickly here. In the book of Esther, the major piece of literature concerning the Eastern Star and the divine woman in the scripture, no name of God is mentioned in that book because all of the major players are gods in the book, including Ahasuerus, based upon the individual's name. What is given as a particular of order here are 7 princes and also 7 eunuchs. And of course a eunuch is powerless, where the 7 princes represent 7 principles and 7 powers in this Codex Inscriptus, and of course with the number 7. Vashti is the physical personality in that particular book, the queen. She is replaced for not having obeyed the king's command to come forward. And then, of course, further down the line, Esther is found and supplants Vashti. Vashti means beautiful one, in the physical beauty of the external woman or man is given here. These 7 princes in their names represent 7 psychic abilities of the brain. That's where the Eastern Star begins her work, with the brain's abilities and the brain's power, not the soul's power. in their initiation, they're given accessibility to those 7 powers, talents, and abilities. It's a book certainly worth reading with the keys. Contingent upon those keys, you need a copy of the Metaphysical Dictionary so that you can both view and rehearse the names that are in the book. Now, I could stand here and read them to you and further bore you to death, but I got off my theme here trying to hurdle over some other stuff in order to bring in my central concept of the Eastern Star idea. What I'm supposed to do is give you a rendering of all of the verses in the Bible that I've found that make relationships to the concept of both star and astronomy. Notice I'm not saying astrology. The logics of the stars is not the primary theme of the book. Astronomy equates to the law of the stars. Astro, star, astronomy, law. Where you find the same concept, Deuteronomy, Deuta meaning dual, Ronomy meaning law. The law of duality dominates the book of Deuteronomy. Let me do this anyway, so that you'll have them at least on the tape. I mentioned the Queen of the South, which is found in Matthew chapter 12:43, who is the Kundalini rising up the vertebrae, attaching itself to the head. It's found in the Song of Solomon, and that's what the Song of Solomon is about. Spiritual awakening and spiritual development. Has nothing to do with romance or love song. Exodus 28:15. 1 Kings chapter 7 verse 13 is where you first meet the Mason stated openly in the Bible as the widow's son, who is Hiram Abiff. In that book you will find, in the building of the Lord's house, you will find 12 bulls set in a circle with their inner parts turned inwardly, which means the end of. And the bull, of course, represents Taurus, which is the cycle of Taurus, not the sign Taurus, but the end of that particular cycle is what was occurring during this dramatization of the Hebrews and the 12 tribes of Israel. It is about cycles, not about personalities in that relationship. And of course, Hiram Abiff is quoted as the master builder. And the interesting thing there, we all know that a widow's son means what? That his mother is a widow and his father is not there. But what you find mentioned in the same paragraph is Hiram Abiff's father, to tell the knowledgeable reader that they're not talking about Hiram Abiff's human father or his human family. They're talking about the spiritual man, Hiram Abiff, who is the major player in Masonic knowledge and lore. It is not Jesus in the Masonic Lodge. It is Hiram Abiff. He plays 3 major parts. He is spiritual power, spiritual energy, and spiritual insight. That's the dramatization of Hiram Abiff, who is, of course, then Hiram Bey. If you look up the name Abiff